So today I'm going to be talking about what books I will be reading during the biannual Bibliothon. As most of you know, it runs from Sunday, June 21st through Saturday, June 27th, with a live show at 1 o'clock on June 28th. And there are 7 reading challenges and 7 video challenges. I will make sure I link both of those videos down below, so if you want to see the reading challenges or see what the video challenges are, if you guys want to participate, definitely go check those out. And now on to my TBR. The first one, obviously, is going to be Paper Towns by John Green, because this is the group book for the biannual Bibliothon. This is the book we will be doing the live show for on June 28th. So the group book is one of the reading challenges, and I have already read this, but I actually recently bought it a couple of months ago because I wanted to reread it before the movie, and then we ended up picking it for the Bibliothon, and look how perfect it turns out. Now I can reread it with everybody else. Also, if you guys weren't sure, you are able to double up for the reading challenges. So you can use one book for up to 2 challenges. No more than that, but up to 2 challenges. So Paper Towns is also going to be doubling for my social issue challenge, just because this book deals a lot with depression, possible suicide, and that kind of thing. And as somebody who's suffered from depression in the past, it's a very, very important issue for me that I like reading about and I like discussing it. So that is going to be my social issue for this book. The next thing on my TBR is The Iron Daughter by Julie Kagawa. And this will qualify for both my did not finish reading challenge as well as my least read genre, because I have read pretty much no high fantasy at all, and I realize that a little bit of this takes place in like the modern world, but pretty much like almost the entire series, at least the first book, and I'm pretty sure from the first half of this book that I read that it all takes place in the sort of fairyland, which is extremely high fantasy, so I consider it a high fantasy series, and I have really not read any of that lately. I don't know, this year especially, I just haven't, so I feel like this is kind of perfect for that. And especially, it seems really perfect because I started reading this before the last Bibliothon, and I put it down to start the Bibliothon TBR once the Bibliothon started and never picked it back up, so this feels very, very appropriate. For the book that takes place in a foreign country, as well as reread a childhood book, I chose Number the Stars by Lois, Lowry, and I loved this book when I was a kid. Loved it, loved it, loved it. It has to deal with the Holocaust, and it definitely, I forgot a lot about it, which is really, really why I want to reread it, but I remember loving it, and I remember mostly like small details about this book, so I'm very, very excited to be rereading this for the Bibliothon. For the novella slash prequel slash companion novel challenge, I have chosen The Queen by Kiera Cass, which I was going to hold up my Nook and show it to you, but my Nook is like dead right now. It needs to be charged, so I can't hold it up. But that's what I'm going to be reading because I love the selection series, and for some reason I haven't read that novella yet, and that needs to change, so what better time than the Bibliothon? Now, obviously, those are not the only books I plan on getting read during the Bibliothon, since first and foremost, it is a readathon. And I do hope to read a lot more than that, considering one is half a book, one is a novella, and one is a children's book. So let's hope I can do better than that. Now, I am very bad at picking out like TBRs, that's why I never post TBRs on my channel, but I did pick out a few tentative options for when I complete the reading challenges. So I might not read any of these, and I might read a couple of them. It just kind of depends on how I feel once the Bibliothon gets here. Alright, so some of the few that I'm considering adding to my TBR as tentative choices are Forgive Me Leonard Peacock by Matthew Quick, because I pretty much love every Matthew Quick book I've read so far, so it's ridiculous that I haven't read this yet, considering it's my favorite author, so I need to get to that. The next one on my list is Pivot Point, and if I don't read it before the Bibliothon, I definitely want to try and possibly add it to my Bibliothon TBR, and I don't know if you can see it, there's a glare. Okay, Pivot Point by Casey West. And I actually picked this book up because Brittany from Brittany's Book Find recommended it to me. She just kept telling me this is the kind of book that I like. Like, she told me she kept reading it and the only thing she could think of was how Red would love this book. So I bought it immediately and hopefully she's right. I mean, we're kind of like book twins, so. The next one is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. Absolutely loved Fangirl. So Eleanor and Park really needs to get read. It's been on my shelf for forever. And the last one on my tentative TBR is This Song Will Save Your Life by Layla Sales. I don't actually know how to pronounce her first name. But I started reading this before and I stopped. I don't know if I just wasn't in the mood, but I was kind of getting annoyed with it, so I stopped. But I really, really do want to read it because all of my friends that read it loved it. We're talking loved it, just soared through it practically in one sitting. And 5-star ratings. They absolutely adored this book. Emma from Emma Books loves this book. She raves about it nonstop. Sierra from Sierra Reads also really, really loved this book. And I tend to really, most of the time, really like the books that they like. We tend to have a lot in common when it comes to books. So I think that I just did not give this book enough of a chance because I have this feeling that if they love it, I'm going to love it, but we will see. And that's why I want to add it to my tentative TBR for the Bibliothon. So that is my TBR for the Bibliothon. The books that I first showed you that complete the reading challenges, those are set in stone. I am reading those. I am getting through those. There is nothing stopping me from those. Those ones are not changing. But as far as any books that I read outside of the reading challenges, those are completely up to change because I want to read whatever I'm in the mood for, because the whole point is to try and read a lot during the Bibliothon and have fun with it. So those are totally up for change, but then again, I might read them. It just all depends on how I feel. So my wrap up might look very different from this TBR. But yeah, that's what I will be reading. And I am so excited, guys. I wish I could tell you how excited I am because I'm really, really excited. The last Bibliothon was a total blast. Like, you guys made it amazing, got a lot of reading done. It was pretty fantastic. Yeah, I hope you guys start getting your TBRs up soon because I'm very excited to see what you guys are going to be reading. Make sure to check out the reading challenge and video challenge links below in case you want to participate in those. And I will talk to you guys later. I adore this book. Emma from Emma Reads loves this book. She raves about this book. Sierra from Sierra Reads. Did I say Emma from Emma Reads? Emma Books. What did I say? But Sierra from Sierra Reads also loves this, and Emma from Emma Books also love. What? You guys are like my best friend. Why the fuck am I messing up your names?